Okay, in this video I'm going to be telling you what were the best things to do for me in the Yucatan Peninsula. If you're visiting it for the first time and you're staying for only 1 week or a little bit more, you cannot go in unprepared. There are too many incredible things to be seen and you have to be organized. My absolute favorite, swimming with turtles. But we will be talking about that soon. If you're new to the channel, hi, my name is Magdalena and I'm 22 years old and I love to travel. I recently spent 1 month exploring Mexico and I'm here to be telling you all that you need to know if you want to travel to Mexico too. Okay, let's start with the basics. You'll probably arrive to the Cancun airport and you'll need to reach your accommodation. Outside the exit of the airport, you'll find thousands of people trying to sell you bus tickets, taxis, and colectivos. Probably this last option will be the cheapest one, and this is the one we took. From Cancun airport to Playa del Carmen, we paid around 11 euros per person. Let's talk for a second about the best months for a trip to Yucatan. Those months are from December through February, months in which the temperatures are slightly lower and the rainfall are lower. March, April and May are also low in rainfall, but during these months the temperatures begin to rise. We went what was considered very low season in September and we found also incredible weather too. But it's true that it was very hot and I managed to visit Chichen Itza in the hottest day ever. Of course, I was lucky enough to catch the rain on my first day here though. We arrived with the rain. Let's dive straight into the first place you cannot miss, Holbox, or better pronounced, Holbox. This is a thin piece of land between a lagoon and the Gulf of Mexico. Only a small beach overlooking the Caribbean accessible, and this has limited the advance of mass tourism, leaving it a very authentic island. You will arrive first at Chichen, which is the port on the peninsula, and then from there you will take a ferry on a private boat. You can find many organized tours that will collect you directly from your hotel and take you to the spot. This works not only with Holbox, but for almost all of the most popular attractions in the peninsula. We booked a day trip all included with lunch, drinks, snacks from Playa to Holbox for 100 euros. It may sound expensive, but tourism in the area is actually kind of expensive. And organizing everything by yourself is very complicated since the public transportation is very chaotic, trust me. Holbox is famous for being one of the easiest places in Mexico to observe the migration of the whale sharks. The suitable time for observation is from June to September. When we were there were no whale sharks, though. Another very famous phenomena is the bioluminescence that occurs on the southern beaches of the island and that can be observed when there is no moonlight and in particular periods of the year. These tours are very expensive because they usually take you in the most isolated places of the island, away from the light, so that you can see them even better. Apart from this, that day we visited Isla Pájaros, where we saw flamingos, and it was amazing. Isla Pasión, where we got eaten by mosquitoes, and this is in fact a very useful tip. Buy mosquito repellent, because you won't be sorry. Then we spent some time at Punta Mosquito, which was a paradisiac place, but in my opinion, when it's too hot outside, it would be nice to have some cold water to refresh into. Now enjoy some very bad images of me torturing fishes with my GoPro. Remaining on this topic, bad images of fishes, I would like to casually transit to the second thing you cannot miss in Yucatan, swimming with turtles in Akumal. You can reach Akumal again with private tours, but I would suggest, just this time, to reach it by your own, so with colectivos. Because the diving activity always covers a fixed price, which is not very high, and private tours cover extra prices for basically nothing on their power. Access to the beach costs 5 euros, and then you are free to just enjoy the beach, which is a natural reserve, or rent a guide that will take you in the delimited areas where you can find turtles and other animals. You can only dive with a guide, and it costs between 20 and 30 euros. Another and last casual transaction to underwater images that give you headaches will be in the cenotes Casa Tortuga, the third thing you cannot miss to see. I will consider these cenotes in Tulum as one of the most practical cenotes of the area. There are many beautiful cenotes that I will not show in this video that will definitely deserve a mention. But I will talk about these cenotes in Casa Tortuga because here you can find 4 cenotes all completely different from each other and all in one place. This is a perfect destination for a day spent between sunbathing and exploring beautiful caverns, and the ticket will cost you only 20 euros, including a guide. Fourth not to be missed activity are definitely the ruins of the archaeological site of Tulum, where you can admire one of the oldest Mayan cities and a breathtaking view on the ocean. It costs 8 euro entering, and if you want you can also rent a private guide that will tell you all about the history of the place. We didn't do it that day because it was insanely hot and we were also running late for going to the cenotes Casa Tortuga. But I guess if you are passionate about history, it is worth it.
No me creo que como no hay ningún efecto, es así de verdad.
The fifth thing, but not least important, is Chichen Itza. It is one of the most visited archaeological attractions in the world and receives almost 4 million visitors every year. For an archaeological site, that's quite a lot. It is one of the 7 wonders of the modern world and it definitely deserves a visit. It costs only $4 entering, and I would recommend a guide here because it is worth it to hear about all the stories happening there, and it is a magical place. Renting a guide, you'll be also supporting the local Mayan community that in moments like this could not survive without tourism. I won't be telling you too much about the history because it is priceless to hear it on the side.
A las 3.
And with this video comes to an end. I leave you with my last suggestion, which is definitely consider spending an entire day in Isla Mujeres. It is breathtaking. Thank you for watching and see you in my next adventure. Un bacio e arrivederci!